Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. How much longer are you going to wait to claim the life you were destined for? How many more years will you let slip through your fingers before you decide to step into the wealth, the freedom, and the abundance that was meant for you? 2025 is not just another year. It is your year. The year you stop dreaming about success and start demanding it. The year you stop wishing for wealth and start working for it. The year you finally say, enough is enough. I am ready to build my fortune. Your financial success starts in your mind long before it ever shows up in your bank account. The way you think about money, wealth, and success determines the actions you take, the risks you embrace, and the opportunities you recognize. If you believe that money is scarce, hard to get, or only for the lucky few, then your subconscious mind will find ways to make that belief your reality. You will hesitate to take bold steps, avoid opportunities that seem too big, and settle for financial mediocrity because you don't believe that wealth is something you are capable of attaining. Your mindset is either your greatest asset or your biggest liability. Most people are conditioned from childhood to think small when it comes to money. They are told to be realistic, to play it safe, and to be grateful for what they have. While gratitude is important, there is a vast difference between being content and being complacent. The problem is that many people confuse the two. They believe that wanting more is greedy, that financial success is only for a select few, and that striving for wealth means sacrificing happiness. These limiting beliefs are like invisible chains that keep people trapped in financial struggle, never daring to reach for the life they truly want. Money is simply a tool, and like any tool, it responds to the hands that hold it. If you see money as something that is difficult to obtain and even harder to keep, you will always struggle with it. But if you view money as a resource that flows to those who create value, you will begin to see opportunities all around you. Wealthy people do not chase money, they attract it by solving problems, offering solutions, and increasing the value they bring to the marketplace. The difference between those who struggle financially and those who thrive is not intelligence, luck, or background. It is the way they think about money. The most successful people understand that money is abundant. There is no shortage of wealth in the world. Trillions of dollars move through the economy every single day. The question is not whether there is enough money available, it is whether you are positioning yourself to receive it. Instead of asking, can I afford this? Shift your mindset to, how can I create enough value to make this possible? Instead of thinking money is hard to come by, start thinking there is unlimited money available for those who solve big problems. Your beliefs about money are not just thoughts, they shape your habits, actions, and decisions. If you believe that money is hard to get, you will hesitate to invest in yourself. You will avoid opportunities that require financial risk. You will stay in a job that underpays you because you fear that leaving is too risky. On the other hand, if you believe that money is a reward for value, you will actively seek ways to increase your skills, build businesses, and create multiple streams of income. Your mindset dictates how you show up in the world and what you are willing to do to achieve financial success. One of the biggest mindset shifts you must make is moving from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. A scarcity mindset tells you to hoard money, to be afraid of losing what you have, and to believe that there is only a limited amount to go around. An abundance mindset tells you that money is infinite, that opportunities are everywhere, and that wealth flows to those who serve at a higher level. When you shift your thinking, you stop seeing money as something that controls you and start seeing it as something you control. Changing your financial mindset requires reprogramming years of conditioning. It means surrounding yourself with people who think differently, reading books that challenge your old beliefs, and taking action even when fear tries to hold you back. It means recognizing that your past financial struggles do not define your future, and that the only thing standing between you and wealth is the way you think. Your mind is like a thermostat. If it is set to a low financial level, you will always find a way to return to that level no matter how much money you make. But if you raise your financial thermostat, you will begin to create wealth at a level you never thought possible. Every millionaire was once where you are now. The difference is that they made the decision to think differently. They trained their minds to see wealth as something attainable, not impossible. They believed in their ability to create financial success even before they saw the evidence. And because they shifted their mindset, they were able to shift their income, their opportunities, and ultimately their entire lives. In today's economy, the fastest way to build wealth is by mastering a high-income skill. A high-income skill is any skill that allows you to generate significant income, often beyond what traditional jobs pay. These skills are valuable because they solve big problems, help businesses grow, and create massive results in the marketplace. Unlike low-income skills that can easily be replaced or automated, high-income skills require expertise, problem-solving abilities, and a level of proficiency that makes you indispensable. The reality is, the world doesn't pay you for how hard you work. It pays you for the value you bring. If you want to increase your income, you must increase your. Most people are stuck in a cycle of financial struggle because they rely on low-income skills that are easily replaceable. They work jobs where they trade their time for money, and as a result, their income is capped by the number of hours they can work. But the wealthy operate differently. They master skills that allow them to earn based on results, not just time. Skills like sales, copywriting, digital marketing, high-level consulting, software development, and public speaking have the power to generate 6 or even 7 figures because they directly impact revenue and business growth. The more valuable your skill, the more you can charge for it, and the less you have to rely on someone else determining your worth. The key to mastering a high-income skill is specialization. General knowledge doesn't pay much, but specialized knowledge can make you rich. The world is full of people who have average skills and make average money. But when you become exceptional at one specific skill, you separate yourself from the competition. For example, being good at graphic design is one thing, but being an expert in conversion-focused branding that helps businesses increase sales is another. Being able to write is one skill, but being able to craft persuasive sales copy that generates millions in revenue is a completely different level. The deeper your expertise, the higher your earning potential. Most people hesitate to develop high-hump skills because they believe they don't have enough experience or talent. But the truth is, every expert was once a beginner. Mastery comes through consistent practice, learning from the best, and applying your knowledge in real-world situations. The difference between those who become highly paid experts and those who remain stuck at the same income level for years is not talent. The best in any field invest in themselves relentlessly. They read books, take courses, seek mentorship, and practice their craft every single day until they reach a level where they can command top dollar for their expertise. One of the most powerful aspects of a high-income skill is that it gives you financial control. When you have a skill that businesses and clients are willing to pay for, you are no longer dependent on a single job or employer. You can freelance, start your own business, or leverage your expertise to create multiple income streams. You become recession-proof because companies will always invest in skills that help them grow. In contrast, people with low-income skills are often the first to be replaced when economic downturns happen. A high-income skill gives you leverage. It allows you to dictate your income rather than have someone else dictate it for you. In the digital age, mastering a high-income skill is easier than ever before. The internet has made it possible to learn directly from the best in any industry without spending years in traditional education. You can access online courses, mentorship programs, and real-world training at a fraction of what a college degree costs, and often with much higher income potential. The biggest barrier is not the lack of resources, it's the lack of commitment. Most people will binge watch TV for hours, but won't invest even 30 minutes a day in learning a skill that could change their financial future. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simply who is willing to put in the work. Once you develop a high income skill, the next step is learning how to monetize it effectively. Many people have valuable skills but don't know how to market themselves, and as a result, they remain underpaid. Positioning yourself as an expert, building a strong personal brand, and understanding the power of networking can multiply your income significantly. The highest paid professionals are not always the most skilled. They are often the best at positioning themselves as authorities in their field. Learning how to package and present your expertise is just as important as mastering the skill itself. The sooner you commit to mastering a high-income skill, the sooner you can break free from financial limitations. The marketplace does not reward effort, it rewards results. The ability to solve valuable problems will always be in demand, no matter what happens in the economy. While others complain about financial struggles, those who have mastered a high-income skill continue to thrive because they control their earning potential. Relying on a single source of income is one of the riskiest financial positions you can be in. Most people are taught to work a job, collect a paycheck, and hope that it's enough to sustain them. But the truth is, having only one stream of income puts you in a vulnerable position. If that job disappears, so does your financial stability. Wealthy individuals understand that financial security comes from having multiple streams of income. They don't just rely on one paycheck. They build several income sources that work for them even when they're not actively working. The most successful people don't trade time for money indefinitely. They create income systems that continue to generate money even when they're not physically working. They do this by diversifying their income streams. Some of their income comes from active sources like businesses or consulting, while other income comes from passive sources like investments, rental properties, or digital product. The key to financial freedom is learning how to make money in multiple ways so that even if one stream slows down, the others keep flowing. One of the best ways to create multiple income streams is to start with a high income skill and then expand from there. For example, if you are a high level copywriter or consultant, you can first make money through direct client work. Once you master that, you can create a course or coaching program to teach others the same skill, generating another stream of income. You can also reinvest your earnings into assets like stocks, real estate, or businesses that generate passive income. Each new stream builds upon the last, allowing you to scale your wealth faster. The mistake most people make is assuming they need to start with multiple income streams right away. But the smartest way to do it is to first establish one strong income source and then use that income to create more. Trying to build multiple streams too soon without mastering one often leads to overwhelm and failure. Instead, focus on mastering a primary income skill, maximizing its earning potential, and then strategically branching out into other areas. This allows you to build sustainable wealth without spreading yourself too thin. Real estate is a powerful way to add another income stream. Owning rental properties allows you to generate passive income every month without having to actively work for it. While it requires an upfront investment, real estate has created more millionaires than almost any other industry because it appreciates over time and generates consistent cash flow. Other passive income sources like dividend-paying stocks, online businesses, or affiliate marketing allow you to earn money without constant effort, giving you more financial freedom. Another way to create multiple streams of income is through content creation and digital assets. The internet has made it easier than ever to monetize your knowledge and skills. Writing books, launching a YouTube channel, selling online courses, or creating membership sites can provide you with income that continues to flow long after the initial work is done. Many people start these projects as side hustles, but over time, they grow into major income sources that surpass their primary job or business. The goal is to create a financial ecosystem where money is constantly flowing from different directions. If one income stream slows down, the others pick up the slack. This is how wealthy individuals build financial stability. They don't depend on a single source of income. Instead, they create businesses, investments, and automated systems that allow money to come in consistently. The more streams you have, the more secure your financial future becomes. Most people dream of financial freedom, but few take the steps necessary to achieve it. Building multiple streams of income requires strategy, patience, and persistence, but the rewards are life-changing. Instead of being stuck in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, you gain the ability to create wealth on your terms. It puts you in control of your financial destiny, allowing you to build a life of freedom, security, and endless opportunities. Most people have been conditioned to believe that hard work is the key to financial success. They are told that if they put in more hours, push themselves harder, and sacrifice more, they will eventually become wealthy. But the reality is that money does not follow effort, it follows value. There are millions of people who work long hours every day, yet they struggle to make ends meet. Meanwhile, there are individuals who work fewer hours but make exponentially more money. The difference is not in how hard they work, but in how much value they provide to the marketplace. The marketplace doesn't reward effort. It rewards results. If you spend 10 hours doing something that doesn't create significant value, you will not be paid much for it. On the other hand, if you spend just 1 hour solving a high-level problem that impacts a business, you can be paid thousands of dollars for that single hour. This is why some people make minimum wage while others make millions. The difference is not the hours they put in, but the level of value they put in. The more valuable you are to the marketplace, the more money will naturally flow to you. Value is determined by how much of an impact you make. If your work solves a big problem, saves time, increases revenue, or improves people's lives in a meaningful way, it becomes valuable. A person flipping burgers at a fast food restaurant may work hard, but their work does not create massive value, so they are paid little. A top-level consultant, on the other hand, may spend just a few hours strategizing with a business owner and help that company generate millions in additional revenue. Because their impact is greater, their compensation is significantly higher. The key to increasing your income is not to work harder, but to focus on increasing your value. This means developing skills that are in demand, solving bigger problems, and becoming someone who can provide unique expertise. The most successful people constantly ask themselves, how can I make myself more valuable? They invest in learning, improving, and mastering their craft because they understand that money naturally follows value. They know that if they can provide something that businesses or individuals desperately need, they will never have to worry about money. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that working longer hours is the path to wealth. They believe that by putting in overtime, taking on more tasks, or grinding harder, they will eventually be rewarded. But in reality, working longer without increasing your value just leads to exhaustion, not wealth. This is why some people work 80-hour weeks and still struggle financially, while others work only a few hours a day and earn fortune. The difference lies in the type of value they create. Another critical aspect of value is leverage. The wealthiest people understand how to use systems, technology, and other people's time to multiply their value. They don't just rely on their own effort. They build businesses, automate processes, and create products that can generate income without their constant involvement. A musician, for example, can record a song once and earn royalties for years. An entrepreneur can build a software product that millions of people use, creating massive value without requiring ongoing effort. The key is to create value that scales beyond just your own personal labor. The fastest way to increase your value is to focus on solving high-level problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more you can charge for your expertise. Doctors who specialize in rare medical procedures make far more than general practitioners because their knowledge is more valuable. Business consultants who can help companies generate millions in additional revenue are paid significantly more than employees who simply complete routine tasks. If you want to make more money, you must ask yourself, what major problem can I solve? People who struggle financially often focus on what they are doing rather than the value they are creating. They take pride in working hard, but never stop to evaluate whether their work is truly valuable. The moment you shift your mindset from effort to value, everything changes. Instead of focusing on how hard you are working, start focusing on how much of a difference you are making. The more value you bring, the more money will follow, because money is simply a byproduct of the impact you create. Success is never given to those who wait for the perfect moment. It is taken by those who take relentless action despite fear, doubt, or uncertainty. The biggest difference between those who achieve massive success and those who struggle is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is the willingness to take consistent, decisive action. Most people have dreams, ideas, and goals, but they never execute. They wait for the right time, the right opportunity, or the right resources, but that perfect moment never comes. Those who win in life are the ones who move forward even when they don't have everything figured out. One of the greatest killers of success is hesitation. Every time you hesitate, you allow fear and doubt to creep in. You start overthinking, questioning your abilities, and convincing yourself that you are not ready. The truth is, you will never feel completely ready. No successful person ever had all the answers when they started. They simply took action, learned from their mistakes, and adjusted along the way. They understood that progress comes from movement, not from standing still. Most people fail to take action because they are afraid of failure. They think that if they try something and it doesn't work, they have lost. But the only true failure is inaction. When you take action, even if you make mistakes, you gain experience, knowledge, and momentum. Every failure is a lesson that brings you closer to success. The people who make the most money, build the biggest businesses, and create the greatest impact are the ones who have failed the most because they have tried the most. They do not let failure stop them. They use it as fuel to push forward. Taking relentless action requires discipline. It is easy to get excited about an idea for a day or two, but true success comes from consistent execution over weeks, months, and years. This means showing up every single day, putting in the work, and doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is what creates results. The most successful people are not the ones who feel inspired every day. They are the ones who have trained themselves to take action no matter how they feel. Another major reason people fail to take action is because they get stuck in research mode. They spend months reading books, watching videos, and attending seminars, thinking that they need more information before they start. But knowledge without execution is useless. You do not need to know everything to get started. You simply need to take the first step. The best way to learn is through experience. The sooner you start, the sooner you will figure out what works and what doesn't. Action leads to clarity, while inaction leads to... The most powerful form of action is massive action. Most people take small, safe steps, but success requires bold, aggressive moves. If you want to build $1 million business, you cannot treat it like a hobby. You must go all in, invest in yourself, and take the kind of action that forces results. Playing small will never lead to big success. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who take risks, make bold moves, and push themselves beyond their comfort zone. They act with urgency because they understand that time is their most valuable asset. Taking relentless action also means refusing to be distracted by negativity, doubt, or excuses. There will always be people who try to discourage you, who tell you that your goals are impossible, or who doubt your abilities. But their opinions do not pay your bills, and they do not determine your future. The only thing that matters is what you do. Success is not given, it is earned through effort, persistence, and an unshakable commitment to action. Most people live their lives reacting to circumstances instead of creating the life they truly want. They let fear, procrastination, and excuses control their actions. But the few who break free are the ones who take control, take responsibility, and take relentless action. They do not wait for permission, approval, or certainty. They take massive steps toward their goals every single day, knowing that action is the only path to success. There is something powerful about making a decision and fully committing to it. Too many people go into a new year with wishful thinking, hoping that things will magically change without making any real changes themselves. But success is never a matter of luck. It is a matter of intention, strategy, and execution. If you want 2025 to be the year that transforms your life, you must claim it with unwavering certainty. You must decide right now that this will be the year you stop making excuses, stop hesitating, and start moving with purpose. The people who win are not the ones who wait for permission. They are the ones who declare their goals and take action to make them a reality. The problem is that most people treat their future like a lottery ticket, believing that if they are lucky, things will work out. They wait for the economy to improve, for opportunities to come to them, for their circumstances to change on their own. But those who create real success understand that nothing changes until they change. They do not wait for the perfect time because they know that the perfect time does not exist. The perfect time is when you decide to make it happen. Right now, in this moment, you have everything you need to start building the future you want. The only thing standing in your way is hesitation. Every year, millions of people set goals they never achieve because they lack commitment. They start strong in January, motivated by the energy of a new year, but by February or March, they slip back into old habits. Why? Because they never fully claimed their year. They made resolutions, but they did not make real commitments. A resolution is just a statement of desire, but a commitment is backed by relentless action. If you truly want 2025 to be different, you must do something different. You must move differently, think differently, and operate at a higher level than you ever have before. Success is not something that happens by accident. It is something that is created with intention. You must decide right now that this is the year you stop playing small. This is the year you stop living by excuses and start living by execution. Every day that passes is another day you will never get back. Time does not wait for anyone, and the only way to make 2025 your year is to take control of every moment. The world does not reward potential, it rewards action. It rewards those who take risks, step outside their comfort zones, and put in the work when others are making excuses. The key to claiming 2025 as your year is clarity. You cannot hit a target you cannot see. Too many people set vague goals like I want to make more money or I want to be successful. But success is built on specifics. How much money do you want to make? What exact steps will you take to reach that number? What skills will you master? What habits will you develop? If you cannot clearly define what you want, you will never achieve it. The most successful people know exactly what they are working toward, and because of that, they move with purpose. Another critical factor in making 2025 your year is accountability. People fail because they allow themselves to quit too easily. They let their emotions dictate their actions instead of their commitments. The way to overcome this is to create an environment where quitting is not an option. Surround yourself with people who push you, invest in mentorship, track your progress, and eliminate all distractions that slow you down. If you are serious about making 2025 different, you must be willing to do what most people are not willing to do. You must hold yourself to a higher standard. Many people will enter 2025 with dreams, but only a small percentage will actually achieve them. The difference is not intelligence, luck, or even resources. It is mindset and action. The winners are the ones who refuse to settle for mediocrity. They are the ones who take massive action before they feel ready, who stay disciplined even when motivation fades, and who keep going long after everyone else has given up. If you want to be in the small percentage of people who create real success in 2025, you must separate yourself from the crowd and operate at a level most people never will. There will never be a better time than right now to make the decision that will change your life. You do not need more time, more knowledge, or more perfect circumstances. Everything you need to make 2025 the best year of your life is already within you. The only thing left to do is claim it. The moment you take full responsibility for your future is the moment everything begins to shift.